tadidambaraye varhavatan saparipichya lasanmukhaye vanyasraje kamalavetra vishanavem lakshmashriye mridupade pashupangajaye namaha kamalanabhaya namaha kamalamaliने namaha kamalapandaya namaste kamale. Divine souls, the personality of the Godhead is topic for today. When I say personality of the Godhead, we should never imagine the personalities as we see on this earth. This Maya is entirely opposite of the personal power of Godhead. So whatever is the manifestation on this earth, in no way it can be compared to anything of the divine world. But we have to use same words to express the divine facts. Words are very weak to express things, but we have to use the same words. However, according to our scriptures, our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the descendant of Krishna, he himself said, Krishnera Ananta Shakti Tate Tin Pradhan Maya Shakti Jiva Shakti Chit Shakti Nam. The supreme form of the personality of the Godhead Krishna has uncountable powers. Out of those three are main: the Jiva power, all the souls; the Maya power, external potency of the Godhead; and God's personal own power. It's called Chid Shakti. Chid Shakti is the personality of God. Chid Shakti is again of three kinds: Sat, Chid, Anand. Sadanshe Sandhani, Chidanshe Samvid. Mahaprabhu says, from Sad Shakti, Sandhini power is seen. Chit power is called Samvid, and Anand is divine love. So all the almightiness of God is a form of Sad Shakti, of the personal power of the supreme form of Godhead personality. This is the main point which we have to understand. Many intellectuals their minds fail to comprehend the existence of God. Many people say, God is God. How can He be personified? Although He is not personified like us, but He has His own personality. I say, why He cannot be? If God is Almighty, He is everything. He can become anything. He can appear in any form because He is Almighty. You cannot say God has all the mights except one, that He cannot be personified. If someone says like this, I think he has lost his head. Those people who do not believe in the personification or personified form of God, because that is the only form of God. First I will quote from scriptures. Tahara angere shuddha kirana mandala Upanishad kahe tare brahma su nirmala. Alandara Stotra Acharyaman. The master of Jagat Guru Ramanujacharya. Parat param brahma chate vibhutayah brahmano hi pratisthaham. Gita. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Shrimad Bhagavad. Ram Swarupa Tumhar Bachan Yagochar Buddhi Par. Ramayana. Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Ishvara Pranidhanad Va. Brahma Sutra. Bhogmatra Samya Lingacha. You see, I quoted all the scriptures. Ramayanam, Bhagavatam, Brahma Sutra, Yoga Sutra, Vedas, Gita. All the scriptures say that Godhead is personality, divine personality. Because He has a mind. How a thing which has no personality can have a mind? Have you seen any personality on this earth? Or any existence of mind on this earth without a personality? A personality without a mind, living personality, and a mind without a personality. Any scientist, any genius, any intellectual could tell me, have you ever seen a mind but no personality? If you begin to think just a mind without a personality, you would be double insane, not single. Doubly insane. See, every being, they have got physical body, they have got mind. Mind works through personality. Your mind is material, your body is material, you are a material being. God's mind is divine, God's form, His personality is divine, God's actions are divine. And again, all the scriptures, when they are telling the same truth, why a person is not believing in that truth? Because of the intellectuality. The only reason is his mind is perfectly impure. His heart has become so hard because of spiritual transgressions. His mind cannot accept the truth, although he cannot argue. He has no logic. But his mind does not accept. Why? because his mind is impure. So those people, those cults, cultures, people, intellectuals, yogis, jnanis, whoever they are, if they are not accepting the truth of the personality of the Godhead, divine personality, it means their hearts are impure. They cannot accept it because their hearts have become so hard, so hardened because of past and present spiritual transgressions that they may become anything, gain any height. You see in our scriptures, during the time of Rama and Krishna, Krishna was only 5,000 years ago. There were lots of demons. They came to kill Krishna. And all those demons and demonesses, they had all those yogic powers. Anima, Garima, Lahima, Mahima, Prapti, Shatapra, Kama, Vashit. Just like the power of yoga, you can be 1 mile tall. You can be small, subtle, like a bacteria. You can be light as a feather can fly. They are all siddhis, powers of yoga. You can start fire. You can start rain. You can vanish in the thin air, disappear. All of these great powers were seen in the demons and demonesses who came to kill Krishna. So, what I mean, that a person can be very educated, big, great scholar, a yogi, a jnani of scripts, jnani of scripts only, the words. Or he can be a big millionaire, having big name and fame. You can attain any of these things because all of these things are material. From these worldly entertainments to psychic entertainment of siddhis, they are all material. So when they are material, that material being, if he is not accepting the personality of the Godhead, it means his heart is impure. Otherwise, there is no reason of not accepting the personality of the Godhead. When all the scriptures are telling the same thing, all the saints are saying the same thing, you take any important spiritual personality, any important personality. Even Christ, he referred God as He. Although the people of those days were not so evolved, minded to accept the higher theory, so we should simply just love God. He is He. That's enough. And it was enough for him, for those people. But all the big saints of India, each and every one, even Nanak, he said Ram and Krishna thousands of times in his Guru Bani. And all the big Jagat Gurus, Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Vallabhacharya, Madhvacharya, Nimbarkacharya, they all expressed to surrender to the personality of the Godhead. Madhvacharya says, O souls of the world, with both hands raised, I am telling you the truth. Come to God's personality if you want to save your life. If you want to be happy, come to the personality of the Godhead. All those saints, Rup, Sanatan, Jeev, Bhattaji, they are all one of the greatest divine personalities. When they are all saying the same thing, why a worldly person is trying to cancel? No, I don't accept. accept. You will suffer if you don't accept. The question is, I am telling all these things for those who are willing to accept, not for those who are not willing to accept, because they have to suffer the consequence of their own karmas. Saints and ascensions and God, when He comes on this earth, He tells the truth. Those who accept, they come close to God. Those who don't accept, they remain in the world. This is the cycle of life and death. This will go on forever. So teachings are for those who are willing to accept, not for those who are not willing to accept. So all those saints, they tried their level best to explain that, oh souls, come to Godhead personality. Don't remain in the illusion. There are three kinds of illusions in the world. The one kind of illusion, the whole sensual illusions, illusory charm of this world. The second kind of illusion, psychic powers. The third kind of illusion, the ideology of the abstract form of God or impersonal form of God. So there are three kinds of illusions. Three kinds. All of these are illusions. The first illusion, the second illusion, and the third illusion. All of these three relate to Maya. Because the first kind of illusion, world is all just charming, but good for nothing. The psychic, again, there are siddhis, powers, but your ambition, your desire, it still remains and makes you sick mentally. The third illusion, the abstract truth of God. And if I compare the intensity, the first illusion and the second and third, so second illusion is greater than the first one. And third illusion is greatest than the second and first one. Why? The first kind of illusion, a person could imagine, oh, this world is not satisfying. He understands sometimes. But the second kind of illusion, because he has seen the whole world, and he has not seen all the fields of psychic evolution. So he might think, must be something beyond, must be something beyond, must be something beyond. So he remains in that illusion. But again, it may also break some time if he finds a true master. If he finds a true master, he may explain that as you are dissatisfied in this world, you are dissatisfied in your psychic world, so come to God. He may come to the right path. But those who are in third kind of illusion, that's a kind of brainwash. Because third kind of illusion is a constant transgression. Because of that transgressions, his heart is every day being hardened, harder and harder and harder. And for that reason, it is very, very difficult for that person to come back to accept the personality of the Godhead. However, there are three kinds of illusions, Mike illusions. One has to get rid of all of these to accept God. Because his soul is longing for Godhead personality, is longing for love. And it's very obvious. You see in the world, you feel love. With whom you feel love? With whom? There is somebody. There is some object. There is a nice painting. You love it. You like it. Oh, I love my friend. I love my mother. I love my father. So, this is a relation. The object you have is physical. The person you love, there is some relation. Where there is no relation, there cannot be love. It is impossible. First relation and then love. The kind of relation produces that kind of love. So, you experience love or you give love to a personality, to an object, to something. How could you love the open sky, abstract? You can love cool breeze, but breeze, you feel it. Unless you feel something, there is some object, you cannot love. You cannot love an abstract thing. So, abstract thing cannot give you love. And you need love. You need peace. You need happiness. So love, peace, happiness can never be received from any abstract existence. This Maya is also abstract. So from that form, you cannot receive any love. But your heart is aching to receive love. It can only be received from a personality. So it's very simple to understand. You see, you receive material love from material people. You receive divine love from divine form, divine personality. Very clear? Material love from material personalities. Divine love from divine personalities. When there is no material personality, no material love. No divine personality, no divine love. This is your psychology. So without the personality of the Godhead, no soul can receive any divine love. Because love exists in the personality of the Godhead. So Godhead has a personality, and that is his main form. Main form. And that personality of the Godhead has many powers. It also has a radiance. But the main form is personality of the Godhead. So for that reason, the path sometimes Gita describes impersonal. That does not mean that Gita cancels impersonal path. The path yoga describes the light of God. It does not mean that it cancels the personality of God. It means that the radiance of Godhead personality can be his light or his absolute form. So main form is his personal form. Brahmano hi pratisthaham, Gita explains. Gita says all the Jnanis and Yogis, real divine Jnanis and Yogis, what they expressed as the absolute truth that exists within me, Krishna. It's like light radiates from somewhere. Perfume comes from somewhere. There are qualities. So quality has to stay in somewhere. Quality cannot stay on its own. Quality is of something. It's like sunlight, moonlight, electric light. Light has come from somewhere. You cannot hold the light rays, but you can hold a torch. You can hold the object that produces light, but you cannot hold light itself. They are almost impersonal, no form, very subtle form. So any kind of radiance, any kind, every object in the world radiates. All the radiant energies, they are produced from somewhere. So any kind of radiance has an object from where it is produced. You have radiance. Your mind radiates. You can record an EEG meter, alpha, beta, theta, all those kind of waves. If there is a brain, it will radiate. No brain, no radiation. So, what is the radiation of the personality of Godhead? That is called Absolute Brahma. Absolute Brahma means the radiation of the personality of the Godhead. So, personality of the Godhead is the prime thing. And from that prime substance, personality of the Godhead, that whatever radiance is, that is called Absolute Truth or Absolute Brahma or Nirakara Brahma. Sakara Brahma, Nirakara Brahma. Brahma means God. Nirakar, Sakar. Sakar, the personality of the Godhead. And Nirakar, the radiance of the personality of the Godhead. So personality of the Godhead is personality, and the radiance of that personality is simply radiance. So radiance is called Nirakara Brahma. Nirakara means which has no form. Is a fact. Radiance has no form. Is a fact. But that formless radiance has come from the personality of the Godhead. This is the fact all those Jagat Gurus tried to establish from Shankaracharya to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that this is the fact, the radiance, Tahar Angera Shuddha Kirana Mandal. Upanishad kahe Tare Brahma Su Nirmal. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, O Krishna, the radiance of your divine body, those great divine jnanis and yogis experience, and they are so pacified, and they say, oh, they have found God, but they have only found the radiance of your personality. So for that reason, like Janak, who was absorbed in the perfect peacefulness and who was experiencing the radiance of the personality of the Godhead, and who was absorbed in that state of consciousness, when he saw the personality, original personality, inahi bilokat ati anuraga barabas brahma sukhahi man tyaga. He exclaims, oh, this form is snatching my heart. My jnana is gone, and I am falling in love with Bhagavan Ram. He exclaimed. Why? Because his mind was established in absolute, impersonal truth or radiance of Bhagavan Ram. When he saw the original form, then he loved that form. So there are many examples in our history that explain this truth. Now, there remains one more question when you accept that Godhead has a personality. But according to Indian scriptures, there are many forms which are personified forms. What the significance of those forms, I'll explain tomorrow. So that's all.